Hello, my name's Tim. This is a video called the End of the Year Book Tag. So, I realise it's not the end of the year, but that's kind of not what this is about. This is about going towards the end of the year, the final quarter. Um, some questions on what your reading plans are for the rest of the year, what you need to get done, things like that. So, question number one: any books that you started this year that you need to finish? So, I generally uh, start a book, read it, finish it, boom, move on. This one, Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, I started this in 2020 and then stopped. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a volume every few months this year. And I did one volume, and then I was like, I'm gonna do the next volume. And then I got about 100 pages into that one and then stopped. So I need to finish this year. I've got 400 pages. Yeah, just over 400 pages to go. I've got 2 volumes left. I need to do this. I need to do this. Because then it's done. It's a beautiful, beautiful. It's got gold. Look at that. It's a beautiful book. And I need to finish it. And my plan is I'm going to try and finish this volume in October. And then I can give it a break for November. Because I think that's one thing I tried to do a bit close together. And then so this volume, I'm 100 odd pages in, and it's another 200 pages to go, give or take. And then the last volume is about 250 pages. So, and you're like, oh, Tim, you're just saying that's like 200 pages. That's just like a normal book, right? Oh no, something got stuck in my book. Yeah. But look at the size of that text, and it's that text all the way through. It's very small font. There's a lot of words here. There's a lot of words, and a lot of it is kind of nonsense as well, which makes it a bit harder to read. That's question one. Question two: do you have an autumnal book to transition to at the end of the year? At the moment, lots of people are like, ooh, cozy reads, ooh, pumpkin spice lattes. I don't really do any of that, but I do have a book that I think is good for this time of year, which is a book I bought for my wife, and she hasn't read it because she doesn't read. It's Hocus Pocus, and with the all new sequel. This was, this is from what year is this from? It's written by A.W. Janther, and it was from 2018, so before the movie sequel. So that'll be quite interesting to see what the differences are. We watch Hocus Pocus every year. It's my wife's favourite spooky movie. We watched the sequel last year. I thought it was good. You can tell they're all having a great time being back, and for me, that's one of the main things I enjoy from it. Yeah, so here we go. This is a bit of a. There's one for the main one. 25 years later, Max and Allison's 17-year-old daughter, Poppy, finds herself face to face with the Sanderson sisters in all their sinister glory. When Halloween celebrations don't quite go as planned, it's a race against time as Poppy and her friends fight to save her family and all of Salem from the witch's latest vile scheme. So, completely different from the original, from the new sequel. So, that'll be interesting to read. And that's kind of the most autumnal book I have, I think. Um, Question number three: is there a new release I am still waiting for? Not really. I don't keep an eye on new releases at all. I've got enough books that I want to read. I'm reading books written from the 1950s. I'm reading books that are from the 18 whatevers. I'm way behind. So I'm not someone. I'm not someone who like is on new releases at all. Kind of you wait for the hype to die down, see what happens. So question number four: what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So one of them is my sister-in-law got me for my birthday. Fourth Wing. Shiny, shiny, shiny. It's like Hunger Games but with dragons. I almost picked up and started reading this now. It's got a great first line. Conscription Day is always the deadliest. It's a cool first line. Yeah, so I want to read this. The book that I chose to read instead of this is what I'm reading right now. It's called A Bond Undone by Jin Yong. This is the second in the Legend of the Condor Heroes story. This is by Jin Yong. It was written in the 1950s in China, and it's just been translated. And it's wushu, fantasy, kung fu, epicness. 100 pages in. It's 500 pages long, and again, it's not. Look, so that's I would say that's quite small font compared to this, which is a bigger book, 500 pages, but much bigger font, I think. Yeah, and this has got like chapter breaks in and stuff. Anyway, I'm 100 pages in. Oh, it's so good. I wish I'd gotten this sooner, because I feel like this is, instead of it being one book, instead of it being 4 books, I think it's just one big thing that's just got broken up, because this is just jumped straight in from the end of the first one, and it's been a while since I read the first one, like a few years, 3 years, I think, maybe longer. And so I was a bit like, wait, what's going on? Who's that? And they do summarize, but I'm like, wait, what's going on? So but I'm loving this so far. And then the third thing is I'm currently going through the audiobooks of the Chronicles of Narnia. So I'm in the middle of Voyage of the Dawn Treader at the moment. I'm really liking it. I'm doing it in publication order, because that's the order that I think. Start with the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, which I gave 5 stars to. Thought was brilliant. I'm like, I could see why this is a classic. Then I read The Prince Caspian, which I thought was not as good. I gave that 3 stars, and I'm enjoying Voyage of the Dawn Treader more. And then after that, because I'm not really looked into it much, I think I've got 4 left. There's The Magician's. This is not in order. I'm not sure of the order here. I know there's The Magician's Nephew, The Horse and His Boy, The Silver Chair, and then The Last Battle. So I want to read those. Those are my 3 things. Is there a book that could still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? Well, I don't know, because I haven't read them yet. I hope they're all good. I'm really loving this. I'm really loving A Bond Undone. I've heard Fourth Wing's very good, and then again with the hype thing, Fourth Wing was like, oh my god, it's amazing. Then everyone's like, oh my god, it's actually terrible, and now it's kind of like evening out. But my sister-in-law really liked it. And one thing I'm looking forward to listening to is I'm looking forward to The Last Battle, because people say that's like, people say that the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is really good, and then the middle one like a bit variable in quality, but everyone says The Last Battle like really nails it. So that could be it. And then the last question number 6, is: have you started making reading plans for 2024? Plans is a bit of a stretch, but I'm looking at what I want to read. So I want to finish Legends of the Condor Heroes. I want to finish the Dark is Rising sequence. I'm currently 2 books into that set. 3 books? 2 books into that set of 5. So I've read Oversea and Understone and The Dark is Rising. And there is Green Witch, Silver on the Tree, and something else. And I can't remember what it is. I think it's 5 books. But yeah, by Susan Cooper. I want to read those, because I've read 2 of them so far, I think. As you can tell, I really know I'm on my stuff. But I want to read more fantasy. I want to start The Wheel of Time. I want to read more Discworld books and do them properly. I've got an idea on a video for where I am with the Discworld. I've just bought on Amazon, on my Kindle, like a collection of every single Jack London novel. Jack London is one of my favourite writers. I've read to The Call of the Wild, which I think is a fantastic book. White Fang, The Scarlet Plague, which I thought was very good, and I've read To Build a Fire, is that what it's called? Where it's just like him just talking about how he was just riding the railroads and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I want to read more Jack London, finish a few series, and start a few big epic fantasy series, because I want to get more into that. Because fantasy is something that I really enjoy, and I just haven't. There's so many things I've just missed. having not read for a long time. So yeah, that's the end of the year book tag. If you see this, if you get to this point in the video, give me a little clock emoji so I can see that you've reached the end, like a bit like a calendar, and let me know the answers to your questions. Your answers to these questions in the comments below. Please give this video a like. It does help. Please subscribe. I think I'm on like 25 subscribers or something like that, and it is slowly creeping up, and I really would like to get this out to more people. So anyway, thank you very much. See you later. Bye.